Hello and welcome. Today, we're cracking the code on one of the most powerful and honestly most misunderstood numbers in your financial life, your UK credit score. We're going to cover what it really is, how you can check it for free, and, this is so important, the crucial steps to protect it. So let's just jump right in with the big one, the question almost everyone has. What's the magic number for a mortgage? And while, there's no single perfect score, getting this right is absolutely critical. A strong score doesn't just open the door to getting a mortgage, it can literally save you thousands upon thousands of pounds in interest. So what is this number anyway? Well, think of it like a very quick summary for lenders. It's their snapshot of you. It's designed to tell them, at a glance, how likely you are to pay back the money you borrow, all based on how you've handled money in the past. So a high score, that screams low risk. A low score, well, that might signal to them that you're a bit more of a gamble. Okay, so here's the first thing that surprises a lot of people. You don't just have one credit score. Nope. In the UK, there are three main credit reference agencies that basically act as our financial scorekeepers. They are Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. You can think of them as three different journalists, and each one is writing their own story about your financial history. And this is where it gets really interesting. Just look at how different the scales are. To get an excellent score with Experian, you need to be up in the high 900s. But for Equifax, excellent is 800 and up. And then you have TransUnion, where their top tier starts at just 628. It's wild, right? This proves there is no such thing as one single credit score. You have three, and they're all playing by slightly different rules. And that, of course, leads to the next big question I always get. Hang on, if it's all my data, why on earth aren't the scores the same? It's a fantastic question, and the answer really boils down to three main reasons. Let's break this down. First off, not every company reports to all three agencies. So, for example, your mobile phone provider might only be talking to Experian. Second, each agency has its own secret recipe, its own formula for calculating your score. And that means the exact same information can spit out three different numbers. The main thing to remember is this: you don't have one financial profile, you've actually got three. So if there are three different versions of your financial story out there, it's so important that you read them for yourself. And the best part, you have a legal right to see every little thing these agencies hold on you, and it won't cost you a single penny. All right, here's your game plan for getting your eyes on all three. For Experian, you can get ongoing access through their app. For Equifax, a great service is ClearScore. And for TransUnion, you can use sites like Credit Karma or MoneySavingExpert Credit Club. Seriously, it's a great habit to get into, checking all three of them at least once a year. Now, a quick but really crucial point. Checking your own report will never, ever harm your score. This is what's called a soft pull, and it's totally invisible to lenders. A hard pull, the one that can ding your score a little, that only happens when you formally apply for something like a mortgage or a credit card. And that's exactly why it's a bad idea to apply for a bunch of credit cards all at once, because all those hard pull can look like a red flag to lenders. You know, when you're checking these reports, you're not just looking at a number. You are becoming a detective. You're searching for mistakes, sure, but you're also on the lookout for something much more serious: identity theft. Your credit report is, without a doubt, your number one alarm system for financial fraud. I mean, just let that sink in for a moment. This statistic is genuinely shocking. More than half of all fraud in the UK is tied to identity theft. This isn't some rare thing that happens to other people. It is incredibly common, which is precisely why checking your report is so important. So what are you looking for? What are the red flags? Well, you'll want to keep your eyes peeled for any of these. The really obvious ones you'll spot right on your report are searches from companies you've never heard of, or worse, new accounts you didn't open. And here's another huge clue: getting rejected for credit when you were pretty sure you'd be approved. That can mean something is seriously wrong. Okay, so if you spot one of those red flags, the first rule is simple: do not panic. But the second rule is just as important: act fast. There is a very clear action plan you can follow to immediately start taking back control of the situation. Let's walk through this together. Step 1, you contact all three credit agencies. You've got to get the ball rolling everywhere. Then, you go straight to the source and call the bank or the lender where the fraud actually happened. Steps 3 and 4 are all about building up your defenses, and we'll dive into those in just a second. And finally, this is so important, you report the crime to Action Fraud. This helps the authorities track these criminals down. So, what even is a fraud alert? It's a brilliantly simple but powerful tool. It's basically a bright red flag on your file that tells any lender, hey, you need to take extra steps to make sure this person is who they say they are. It makes it much, much harder for a thief to open new accounts in your name. Now, a notice of correction gives you even more power. It's a free 200-word note that you get to write and add to your file. And the smartest way to use this is to include a password, one that only you know. Lenders are then required to ask for that password before they approve anything. It's like adding two-factor authentication to your own financial life. It's fantastic. I really can't say this enough. When it comes to fraud, speed is everything. The second you even suspect something is off, start making those calls. The faster you act, the less damage can be done, and the quicker you can get everything sorted out. At the end of the day, your credit report is so much more than just a number. It's the financial story that lenders read about you. By checking it, understanding it, and actively protecting it, you make sure that you are the one holding the pen. So the final question is, are you in control?